Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And shalom to sincere, hopeful, elect brothers and sisters listening and learning. And to you brothers preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Nathan coming out of the GMS Indianapolis camp. And we'll get right into it on this article. And it says, authorities are literally losing control of the streets as America's societal collapse accelerates. It says, in a civilized society, authorities are able to maintain at least a basic level of law and order in the streets most of the time. Unfortunately, at this point, it is up for debate whether the United States is still a civilized society or not. The chaos in our streets never seems to end, and those that are in charge of running things don't seem to be able to regain control. The theft, violence, and mayhem that we are witnessing in our major cities is being fueled by the worst homelessness crisis in our entire history, the worst drug crisis in our entire history, and the worst migration crisis in our entire history. Right, because what? Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is done with this place, man. Alright. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a quick scripture real quick. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7, and it reads, Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai's hands. Right, this Babylon's talking about America, Babylon the Great, all right? Because America's been a golden cup in the Lord's hand because of what? All the riches and, this being labeled as the land of opportunity, where you come here and you make your dreams come true, like what they say, right? It says that made all the earth drunken. Drunken with what? Their philosophies or ways. That's why you see, the alphabet community being pushed around the world, because that's what America pushes. That whole suit and tie look, the everything fast, so fast food. That's why you see McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and all these other different countries. You see the ways of America pushed off onto these people, man. All right. It says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? Because these nations are figuring out, man, we done got in bed with the devil, basically. Esau makes all these contracts and decrees, and these other nations sign up for it, and then they figure out, oh shoot, we didn't read the fine print. Now they're taking our resources and they're occupying our lands, but they're saying in the name of, hey, we're working together, right? It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's what's happening. You're seeing the whole total societal collapse of America, Babylon the Great, man. And you're seeing the collapse in every single way. Like I said, societal, economic. These people are losing their damn mind out here, man. All right? And that's what this article is going into, But here's the thing. This is the Lord's plan to take this place down, man. All right? So that's why, we're at all-time highs for what it says, homelessness, drugs, and the worst migration crisis in history. It says, if authorities cannot control our street now, what is going to happen once our societal collapse reaches a much more advanced stage? Robin Bach and her husband were absolutely thrilled when they were able to purchase their dream home in Concord, New Hampshire several years ago. But now her children won't even play in the backyard because it has been taken over by a homeless encampment. A New Hampshire family is being terrorized by a homeless encampment that sprouted up behind their historic home, leading to violent encounters with the vagrants, according to a report. Robin Bach and her husband spent years restoring their 19th century dream home in Concord to raise their two children, ages 8 and 11, but have been plagued by the campers living in the woods behind the palatial abode. They've received death threats and have heard gunshots and screams from beyond the tree line. A swing set in their backyard, bought in 2020 during the pandemic, sits untouched by her terrified children who will only play in the front yard. Thousands upon thousands of homeless encampments are popping up in the communities all across this country. And that's true. All right, every major city, you're seeing it. Homelessness on a rise in a major way. We're talking hundreds and thousands of encampments. All right. It says, Bach and her family have been endlessly terrorized by those that are camping out just behind her property. And it is being reported that she has called the police 37 times. Since purchasing the house in 2018 with grand plans to renovate and raise a family, hey, see, that's another thing too. Hey, that's how Esau is too, Psalms 49:11. Hey, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, right? And see, they're making all these grand plans, but see, the Lord is jacking this place up. All right? He's not going to allow this place to prosper anymore. It says, according to police records reviewed by the newspaper, 6 calls were for an area check, another 6 for disturbances, as well as a domestic violence and criminal trespassing incidents. I suppose that they could sell the house at a loss and move someplace where the homeless have not taken over yet. But the problem is that the homeless encampments keep on spreading to new areas. Meanwhile, the violence in our major cities just continue to escalate. Over the 4th of July holiday weekend, a total of 109 people were shot in the city of Chicago. 109 people have been shot, 19 fatally, in gun violence across Chicago since Wednesday during the extended 4th of July holiday weekend, police said. Superintendent Larry Snelling and Mayor Brandon Johnson both called for accountability for those responsible for the shootings. But here's the thing. See, Yahweh Shemel Shah is in total control, so judgment's going out. All right, that's part of the Lord's judgment. That's the ultimate answer. That's because these things have to happen, man. The destruction has to come to this place. All right. This is, matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. In Zephaniah 3:5, it says, the just Lord, Yahweh Shemashah, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. See? So Yahweh Shemashah is in the midst. So, all right? So he's got his spirits of vengeance, all right? Whether it be people, he uses, or teeth of wild beast, or, the Lord has infinite ways to take you out. But nonetheless, though, he's in the midst, laying judgment on these people, man, because they're living wickedly, man. And that's why it says, the Lord says, it says he will not do iniquity, right? The Lord don't sin because he's justified when he judges you, all right? You earn whether it be good or whether it be evil, all right? So the Lord don't fail when he pulls your card. Hey, time's up. All right. It says Johnson was pressed to the address what adjustments need to be made to keep the community safe. His response was simply getting more support. In a civilized society, when you're attacked, you call the police and they come and help you. But in Chicago, about half the time, there isn't even a police officer available when someone calls to report a violent crime. And see, that's strategic too. Like, no one wants to be a police officer, and then 2, they don't pay well. And then, it's designed that way because they want the chaos to ensue. Plus, that's the plan in Yahweh Shemashah anyways. There will be civil war. There's going to be and you're seeing the uproars of people, man. You're seeing it. In Chicago in 2023, more than 1,800 calls were made to 911 of a person being shot. Only about 800, fewer than half, were responded to immediately by police officers. The other 1,000 callers were victims of 911 backlogs, where no police were available at the time of the call. Those victims had to wait half an hour an hour or even several hours for the 911 call backlog to end and for police to finally arrive. It was the same for the 32,000 911 calls of an assault progress, where police were only immediately available for 50% of those calls. And it was the same for 54% of the city's 911 calls of 35,000 batteries in progress. All over this country, the police are completely and utterly overwhelmed by the tsunami of lawlessness that we are witnessing all around us. They are massively outnumbered by the lawbreakers, and the lawbreakers are becoming increasingly bold. In some of our major cities, things have gotten so bad that lawbreakers brazenly take over entire streets on a regular basis. And even a quick testimony too, I've seen people literally just walk into these like CVS stores, here even in Indianapolis, and just take stuff and walk right out and don't care, because they know no one's going to be able to stop them nor come in time besides a police officer that's already there on the scene. But other than that, they're walking right into these stores, walking right out, and they know no one can stop them or get to them in time to even, prosecute them, right? It says they are massive. This says in Los Angeles, one of these street takeovers recently ended with a blazing inferno. More than 50 cars were involved in a street takeover in downtown Los Angeles early Saturday as some went up in flames, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. Video shows a car completely engulfed by a fire sitting in the middle of an intersection as a thick black cloud of smoke rises from the vehicle. Other cars can be seen as they try to drive around the inferno. LAPD said several vehicles were impounded after authorities responded to the area near East 18th Street and Main Street, where participants intentionally set two of the cars on fire. Unfortunately, this is the most law and order that we are going to get. From this point forward, our society will only become even more chaotic. And that's Yahweh Bashim Shah. All right, shaking things up, man. Because like I said, this place is not going to be prospering anymore. All right. Here, America Babylon Great is set to be destroyed. Those that have been following my work for a long time know that I have warned that someday we would see armed guards on food trucks. Well, now it's starting to happen. Things have gotten so utopian in the state of California, delivery drivers are being accompanied by armed guards due to crime concerns while out making deliveries. One company, Cormat, has started hiring the guards to escort its drivers, which means that somewhere in a broad room it's likely made more financial sense to pay for all new security staff than it did to continue to allow drivers to get robbed and inventory loss as was happening prior. These trucks are not transporting objects of immense value. As you can see in this footage, they are simply making deliveries to convenience stores. Look, you see on there this pallet with some water, right, that you can see right there. But see, this is the times we're coming into. All right? Because things are getting so expensive. You got inflation, where they're just rising prices. And then you got the process of shrinkflation, right? To where they keep the prices the same, but you get less of that product. So then you find yourself going to the grocery store more often, even though you're buying the same things that you usually would, right? And the fact is because you're getting less of it. All right, so it's still going to cost you in the long run, period. This is our country now. This is authorities are not able to maintain a sufficient level of control in the streets, and so companies are starting to take matters into their own hands. Needless to say, this is just the beginning. We will see things happen during the months and years to come that most people never would have imagined in their wildest dreams. And it's going down. All right? This is what's happening. That's what the men of the Lord have been talking about, starting on Apostle Others, a great millstone on down, man. All right, that's what Yahweh Bashim Shah warned us at these times. All right? Let's get this real quick. Come on. Check. This is Matthew 24 and verse 12, and it reads, hold on. Yeah, let's just straight to the point. Matthew 24 and 12 says, and because iniquity shall abound, right? So sin upon sin shall abound. And that's what you see this earth in a perpetual state of sin, man. All right. These people are just out here not giving a damn. They're out here just living off the flesh and doing what they want. And that's why you see this place is chaotic, because what? The rulers, man. All right. They can't handle, they've created this mess, because of wicked rulership. Job 9:24 says what? The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. And we know that wicked, pursuing the Malachi 1 and 4 is who? Esau, Edom. The so-called white man, which is what? Labeled as the border of wickedness. Okay? So Matthew 24 and 12 said, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You go to that word cold, it goes into what? It means psycho. All right? So these people are going psycho. They're insane out here, man. All right, because what? This wicked ass rulership. Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's the main thing too, is because part of this walk is what? We have to endure. So we're going to have to endure these hardships. We're going to have to endure the inflation, the pestilence, the uproars of the people, the wars and rumors of war. The earthquakes in diverse places. All the plagues that the Lord is bringing upon this place, hey, we're going to have to endure through it. And trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, which is a strong tower to us that believe in him, man. They said the righteous run into it are safe. So we got to believe on them names, Yahweh Shai. All right, that's our way out of here. And then to have faith into him and believe that, he's going to deliver us in our time of trouble. All right, which Jacob's trouble is on his way. All right, and that's what else is going to come with those uproars of the people and, sedition among men. And let me get that too. All right. Because these people are losing their damn mind out here, man. In the second Ezra 15 and 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe meaning what? Destruction. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? And that's the times we're coming into. And that's the times that are happening now. Because you're seeing wars and rumors of wars. You're seeing the Russia and Ukraine. You're seeing China and Taiwan. You're seeing Israel and Hamas. All right? You're seeing these things going down. People are beating the war drums, man, ready to fight. Then obviously you got your local uproars. These flash mob thieves and stuff, where you get a whole group and all of a sudden they go and just rob and ransack a store of their liking, in the group, and no one can stop them. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. As a matter of fact, I got the definition pulled up for that sedition. This is sedition. It reads, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. All right, so it says, some synonyms is revolt, rebellion, insurrection, rioting, insurgency, disobedience, defiance, resistance, insubordination. Meaning what? They're not listening to the higher powers anymore. All right, that's what's going on. Like I said, people are going around robbing and stealing because they know they can't be stopped in time. All right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men. All right, so rebellion among men, right? Insubordination among men, right? And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? They're not going to be worried about these authorities. They're going to be doing whatever they can do to survive, and that's what's starting to happen. These people ain't just doing this for fun. Nah, it's starting to become a point of survival. Look, it just shows you it's starting to have armed guards on food trucks. Come on now. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go to a city and shall not be able. Right, because things are going to get so hectic during this civil war and this sedition going on that there's going to be martial law. Things are going to be locked down. You're not going to be able to travel city to city like it's nothing. like we do now. You're going to lose that liberty. Why? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. See? And that's what's happening on a smaller scale right now, but it's starting to get bigger and bigger because with all this, like I said, with all the migrants, coming from these other countries, which, through the Spirit, we believe a lot of them are sleeper cell type agents, that, when called upon, they're going to be ready, to do damage out here, man. Plus, you got other families and stuff, and they're, running out of resources and stuff. And guess what, man? People ain't going to let their family starve, man. And then there's already the division amongst the people of the United States and with these migrants, because these migrants are getting hooked up. They're getting places to live and they're getting money, while you got, American people that are struggling, that are paying taxes but are barely getting by or really not making it at all. So that's another division tool, to get these people's blood boiling, man. Like right now we're entering into the perfect storm, to say. Especially in this election year where, through the Spirit, hey, it doesn't matter what candidate wins. It seems like, hey, civil war is going to ensue rather, whichever wins, because both sides are at each other's neck, and the people are backing it. So, hey, this is we're in a hell of a time, man. Apostle Tahar, coined this year, hey, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, and things, the way things are moving, this could really play out this year, But the ball's rolling, things are happening, prophecies are popping off the page like popcorn. It's happening, It says, let me go to this. The 2 Ezra 9:1. He says, he answered me and then said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Right? And that's what we're doing, paying attention to the news, everything around you, staying on our watch, knowing what's happening and blowing the trumpet like I'm doing right now. It says, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? And see, that's another thing. The Lord has given us the playbook on it. He told us these are the times we'll be in, all right? It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and we're seeing the earthquakes all over, and uproars of the people in the world. See, these are uproars of the people, man. Taking matter into their own hands, skipping past 911, or skipping past government aid. All right, because they might not qualify for it, but yet they're still struggling. So what? They're going to go out and take. All right, because once people feel backed into the corner, and they feel like there's no hope, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to go to natural instinct. Hey, they're going to try to provide for their families the best way they can, no matter what it takes. Right? It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right, and that's what's happening. We're seeing the end. All right, we're at the end, but this is the end of the end. All right, we're seeing Yahweh Shem Shah is getting ready to wrap this thing up. All right, and hey. And Esau and the other nations, man, are getting ready to go down. You guys are finna fight each other. And you guys are going to be taken down by Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. So, yeah, things are getting exciting, Akim. And Akwath just stay diligent, stay praying to Yahweh Shem Shah. Fast as well as pray. Continue to keep Yahweh Shem Shah in the forefront of your mind, man. We're going to be all right, man. That's the faith you got to have, that the Lord is going to make a way no matter what. So with that, I pray that it's edifying to the elect. I like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem HaKakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Kwam Yasharallah.